Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So your right palm on your left and neck get straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. Bring your attention to your body and mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing. Feel your whole body as one. So in the beginning, scan your body head to toes 3 times and say Supatveva or may I be well and happy. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, bring your attention to the sound, whatever the sound around you. Deeper, there's a silence exists. So try to focus your mind to the silence. Go through all the sounds. Try to get connected to the silence. And try to recognize the sounds. Some sound appear very close by. Some sounds appear from very far away. There are pleasant sound, unpleasant sound, soft sound, sometimes very rough. Bring attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation. And stay with the sensation. So don't try to inhale or exhale. Just allow that inhalation or exhalation to happen itself. And bring your attention to in front of your nose or your upper lip area. So this area. And for some people, they feel the sensation in front of their nose or upper lip or some inside the nostril. Just try to recognize it. Get a mental note. Let everything to settle down as it is. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Stay focused to the inhalation, exhalation. Keep the intentional, desirable attention. If any pain arises and disturb you, don't try to react to it. Just know whatever the sensation or the pain always change and it is impermanent. Any sensual pleasure arise, emotions arise, just know the true nature of this body. Different organs come together and appear this body as like this. And inside this is skin, not pleasant as you think. So there's nothing to attach. If any laziness arise, tiredness or sleepiness arise while you're practicing, and always remember yourself, we have very limited time here. So try to get the best out of your time. Keep unmovable posture. Just recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation in the first level. Then follow the entire continuation of the inhalation and exhalation. And bring more attention and recognize the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation. Some become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Learn to accept it. Don't try to change anything. Don't have any wish. Now slowly get out of all the patterns, methods, and just try to be with the sensation. It doesn't matter it is inhalation or exhalation, long or short, heavy or soft. Just be with the sensation and recognize what you experience. And remember, observer and what you're observing is not two different things. Sensation itself, you are the sensation. When you recognize the very nature of the sensation, that is the very nature of you. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Recognize how the sensation arise and existing and disappearing. See the very selfless nature of it. When you truly experience the change happening within the sensation, mind itself come out of the desires. There's no desire to become, because in this very moment, what you experience is become your life. When there's no becoming nature, there's nothing to collect. Mind naturally let go all the past. When you are not collecting, there's nothing to let go. When you are not becoming, no reason to collect. That is where no resistance. There's nothing come against or there's nothing to go against. You become free from anger, hatred, jealousy, envy. Bring your attention to your body. Experience this moment. Your life is not your past or future. What you experience in this very moment is your life. You already complete. Appreciate this moment. Experience in this inhalation, exhalation is a miracle. It is very rare. You are so lucky to have this moment. You are so blessed. When you wake up in the morning, you have strength to come out of the bed and stand on your own feet. Walk to your bathroom and do your cleanings yourself. That is blessing. You have strength to enjoy a cup of tea or coffee, glass of water. You can have your meal, you can share your life with others. There are people around you to share their life with you. That is blessing. So don't complain regarding anything. Don't fight with anybody or anything. Just learn to accept. Let others to win. That is a great way to enjoy your life. You have this beautiful eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind with longevity, complexion, comfort, strength, and wisdom to maintain these things without getting any harm to yourself or without doing harm to others. That is blessing. Appreciate it. There's a day come we have to end this all. We're going to disconnect from this inhalation, exhalation. When the day come to disconnect that, there's no way to, you can get it back. Just know this is the miracle can happen this universe, experiencing this inhalation, exhalation. In this very moment, in this world, there are a lot of people fighting with death, struggling with life, have fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. As appreciation, as paying your gratitude to your life, share this moment with others. May they come out of that fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. May they have the strength, courage, and wisdom to go through the situation and find the peace, harmony, tranquility state within themselves. Not only them, share this moment with your dear near ones, your loved ones, your beloved parents, grandparents, husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, your neighbors, village people, city, state, country. All living beings in this world and all living beings in this universe. And as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. So thinking like this, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. So expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Visualize yourself and send it as a light forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe. Be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, mostly ourselves when we look in day-to-day life, the name of the living, what we does, we just repeat our own thoughts. Mostly your actions are reactions for your thoughts. So that thoughts already happen in you as a pattern. And that pattern you again and again and again, when you repeat, that pattern become a habit. So your life itself become a habit. And then every day you just keep repeating, repeating, repeating. But when it come to happiness and satisfaction, it always, the real happiness and satisfaction come out of the awareness or the consciousness or the mindfulness. It is never come out of the pattern or the habit. So then you have to see in the ordinary life, in day-to-day life, we just keep developing the pattern, but in the deeper inside us, we look for the happiness and satisfaction and total clarity. So this is the two different nature. So to then the break down this, because following a habit, you will never get into happiness. And if you want the real happiness, you cannot follow the habit. So now see that two different ways. So then to break down the habit and get into the true nature of the awareness, you have to have strength. You have to have enormous strength. It is not easy, deeply, that you have to have the effort and you have to have the strength, energy to be awake and be mindful. So then in day-to-day life, mostly because of following other things, what is happening, your disappointment, unhappiness, sadness, worry start to make you more weak. Even though this is not about physical weakness, the mentally you become more weaker, and mentally you're not going to become complete when you have the sadness, worry, unhappiness, disappointment, so like that things. Because when you have that kind of qualities, when you again and again and again go through that way, knowingly or unknowingly, it start to destroy your power of the mind, power of ability to recognize. So that's why you may experience the whatever the creative abilities that you carry as a human being. Mostly it come out of when the people have the very success, very comfortable life. When people deeply worry, unhappy, sad, in that moment, whatever the things that you create, that the creativity start to come with the sadness, worry, unhappiness, or the sadness. And wherever it goes, it will never bring the wisdom or the satisfaction to anybody, whoever see that the product that you made. It can be writing a song, it can be painting, it can be dancing, or it can be singing a song, or it can be anything. But the beginning point, the start point, if it came out of the sadness, worry, unhappiness, disappointment, then itself, that remember, it will never bring the happiness or the satisfaction to any other person, whoever going to take it. Why? Because it came out of that. It has the energy that way. So that's why whoever the write a song with the sadness, worry, then what is happening? If another person listen to that song, that person never going to get a wisdom out of that song. That person also always going to get the sadness, worry, unhappiness, disappointment. So then yourself, you have to look the name of living in day-to-day life, even just for 24 hours, in within that time period, how you behave. Are you trying to just keep the pattern? Are you just go with your behavior and thinking that is life? And then out of that, what you gain? Just following the pattern is not the success of the life. The following the pattern is not the purpose of life. So developing awareness is the most important thing. So then remember yourself, if you want to experience the life, the very first thing, you have to come out of the pattern. But in the beginning, when we start our life, mostly to school ourselves, to educate ourselves, sometimes we follow patterns. But when you become matured, when you become more mindful, the very first thing that you have to do, drop the pattern. And so it can be a physical pattern, it can be a thought pattern. So that pattern itself we call the samsara. So look at this entire universe, it follows the pattern. Look at this entire time scale, it follows the patterns. Look at this, all the material things, it follows the patterns. So the very nature of the samsara is having a pattern. So our thoughts also have that nature. When it comes to meditation, if you able to observe without a pattern, that is the beginning that you go towards the wisdom or the nibbana. But it is very hard. It is very difficult. Why? The inbuilt nature is follow the pattern. So, but once you want to develop the awareness, always you have to come out of the pattern. In that very moment, the shifting point from pattern to awareness is not easy. For that you need the more strength. So that's why how you can get this strength, you have to know how you can get this strength. Because once you get it, once you have it, it's very easy for you. So that's why you have to learn little by little, practicing meditation. Meditation is not just closing your eyes and stay calm and relaxed. There are people practicing different ways. But the very purpose of this meditation, there is something you have to understand, which you never saw. There's something you have to recognize which you never recognized. So that is the very purpose. And that is what we call the truth behind this all. So getting to that truth, you need the awareness. With that purpose, when you sit for meditation and look deeper, and you're going to go slowly, little by little, towards that way. There are people practice meditation and they just want the calmness, silence, tranquility state and do nothing. They just stay there. But our purpose is recognizing the true nature of this everything. So this everything start from ourselves. So the society means we are. The world means we are. The universe means we are. So then yourself, once you start to observe and recognize the very nature of your behavior, the very nature of your becoming, that understanding will help you to recognize how it happened with the other people. And that will help you to recognize how it happened with the world and how it happened in the past and how it's going to happen in the future. That's become a universal wisdom. Why it become universal wisdom means what you recognize as truth in the depth of your own experience is same eons backward or even the eons towards the forward. And anywhere in this universe, it's going to be the same. That one thing that equal to this everything for the time or the space is the change. Our very nature is the change. So deeply when you observe, you're going to recognize this change. That recognition of the change itself is the way to energize yourself. Once you recognize that, you're going to become more stronger. You can go towards it. And it is the very important thing that you have to develop to break down the pattern, because the pattern is trying to develop a method, go against the change, and now you trying to reverse the mind to go against the pattern. So when that you able to balance this current and slowly little by little without becoming aggressive to yourself, little by little you turn the pattern, and the deeply you're going to recognize very deep tranquility state, calmness, satisfaction. That calmness, satisfaction is little by little help you to develop your awareness with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Remember in this meditation that the very miracle can happen is not any kind of levitation or that kind of things. The very, very clear result that you can get, the miracle can happen to you is when something come to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind, you're going to recognize it, how it come to be as it is, how things happen exactly as it is. That is the great wisdom, that is the great miracle can happen to you. There's nothing else. The thing is, once you able to recognize that, it is not the way that you see things through your eyes. It is completely different than what you think or what you see. And that's why it become a beautiful experience. So otherwise we ourselves, we always just keep following the patterns. This pattern never going to take us to a place to become happy. So the very nature of your mind, once you come out of the pattern and start to observe freely, without depending from any knowledge or anything, your mind going to expand to certain level. The very nature of the mind, once you expand, it never going to go back to the 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 previous mood. So that's why somehow try to little by little uplift your awareness, because once you uplift it, it never going to go back. Once your mind expand to certain level, it never going to shrink backward. So again and again, try yourself to push forward slowly, gently yourself, and break down the pattern, break down the current, and be aware. In that very moment, that what you develop the awareness will bring the clarity. That clarity itself bring the confidence. That confidence itself bring the deeper trust and understanding to go deeper little by little. So that's why you become more powerful. So that itself become the energy for you. That energy you need, because otherwise this hindrance, they always hold us. And in that, when it comes to that hindrance, one is the laziness, tiredness, sleepiness. This is everywhere in our life. It's more than the physically, mentally. We are mentally more lazy. We are mentally more tired. We are mentally sleeping. So that is where you have to awake. And sometimes people go to gym and work out, but mentally they are sleeping. Mentally they are tired. And sometimes you go to party and dance, but mentally you are suffering. Mentally you are not happy. And sometimes you go to a hotel and you eat your dinner, but mentally you are hungry. You just feeding, maintaining this body. So the meditation, when it comes to meditation, you directly address to your mind and see the condition of the mind, recognizing that. And this is the way that you can go to your mind. Your mind listen to your breathing. Your body listen to your breathing. And there, that is where that we keep the awareness and recognize that. And once the mind and the body and the breathing start to work as one, remember, the physical hunger, physical pain, physical tiredness, physical sleepiness, even not relevant there. But maybe you are having good physical comfort. I mean, you are eating very well, and with all the organic and all other things, and you are having all the vitamins, balanced vitamins, and you have all other material comfort and everything in life. But still, if you are mentally not comfortable, remember that everything not relevant in this life as a good life. So that's why, as we know, we have seen in our life, we hear every day, this all well-known people, sometimes celebrities, that they have everything, very rich people, and they get depressed, and sometimes they kill themselves, and they sometimes, most of them, maintain their life with many kind of drugs and medication. So why? Because they never address to this mind. They always trying to go with this body, and develop the pattern. And they see hunger as this physical hunger. They see comfort as this physical comfort. But they never see the mental side of this all. So the meditation trying to get into that, and slowly, little by little, rescue your mind from the pattern and start to uplift your mind to awareness. So that is the meditation. Rescue your mind from the patterns, because from childhood, this is what we learn. Develop a pattern. But come to the meditation, you rescue your mind from the pattern. When the mind become rescued from patterns, there is an enormous fear going to happen in the mind. But how you can recover? When you become aware, when you become mindful what is happening, there is no fear in that very moment. So you become fearless person. That is the greatest gift that you can get in this spiritual path to move forward. Becoming fearless person inside deeper yourself, within your own patterns. When you are able to have the strength, courage, and the wisdom to come out of your own pattern without fear, that is where your spiritual success going to happen. So then little by little, try yourself. Little by little, start to develop the clarity yourself. When you do something, recognize why you're doing this and how you do that and where it's going to take you. So like that, develop the the ordinary level of understanding first. And with that understanding, start your practice. So remember that this pattern we develop, it brings the comfort, that comfort deeply hold the fear. So little by little, once you start to move away and when you go towards the consciousness or the awareness or the sati sampajanya or the clear comprehension and direct perception, recognizing very clearly with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, in that very moment, that clarity will uplift your life from this conventional life. So it is a process, but if you practice little by little, and there is a way you can develop that, rather than developing and rather than mastering your patterns, and start to master your awareness little by little. If you look for true happiness, if you look for the real life, if you want to see the real world and start to develop the awareness rather than being comfortable in these patterns. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you. Thank you very much, everyone.